like what you hear, please hit that subscribe button. You are tuned into N.W.A. Stories with Lonzo Williams. I am Dusty Vision. We do welcome you to the show. And if you have any questions for the Godfather of hip hop, please comment down below. Rad77 says, favorite Lonzo stories when he said they threw that Hubba Bubba at him and it was snatching hair. I listen to that story at least twice a week. Damn. Which one is that, Lonzo? I don't know if I remember that one.
That's the one. That's the one that started off. I was on stage in Virginia, and I was getting all kind of love, man. It just I was blowed up that day. I was in DC and left DC and went to Virginia, and we was closing the show with Heavy D and some other folks, man. And it was been like 45 minutes had passed by. Nobody was on stage, and the crowd was real antsy. They was real antsy by the time we got on stage. They wasn't feeling shit. They wasn't feeling shit. And I'd never been booed before, but they was on the way. They had to be in the first already lined up. And they was just throwing stuff, man. They was throwing like pennies and ice. Wasn't nothing heavy to throw, but they was throwing pennies and ice. And in DC, for the first time, I dropped my pants and the girls went crazy. All the girls went crazy because in my line, like a Mel Exotic dancer for you, I danced nothing but a G-string on my hip. And I dropped them pants, boy. I had a little some stuff in my drawers too. Oh shit, Negro! It was on and cracking. If I'd have stayed in DC, I'd have had about 40 kids after I left DC. But I had to go to Virginia the same night and close in Virginia. We opened in DC. We was opening for EU. They invited us to come do their homecoming party because at that time EU and Turn Off the Lights was going back to back, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So we ran into them on the road and said, hey, man, we're doing our homecoming party. So we want y'all to open up for us or come out and be a part of the show. But we was already booked for Virginia at the same time. But Virginia and DC is so close together, but you can't drive there. So we had to fly. Had to get a little crop duster, fly into Virginia. And by the time we got there, got to the plane, got set up, it'd been like an hour. Ain't nobody been on stage. 45 minutes, ain't nobody been on stage. And the promoter started playing with our money. So we wasn't in a hurry to get on stage. By the time we got our money straight, man, maybe an hour and a half then passed by. Ain't nobody seen nobody on the stage but the MC trying to stall. And they was not liking his ass. And they waited for us to close the show. And we started doing surgery and juice. And they was like, nah, they wasn't feeling surgery and juice. But when we dropped that boom, 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 everybody started, hey, they got into it. They got into it. But they still, some cats on the front, they still was like, man, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't shit. You know, they throwing shit at us. And I had to go for the killer. Now, Battle Cat and Richie Rich, rest his soul, had walked off stage, left me and Mona there by ourselves. I'm the last one, okay? So by the time we get to my part, my second part, I did the opening and I did the closing. 4-part song, only got 3 guys. So I opened it up, did doing Dre's part, close out doing my part. So me and Mona was the last ones on stage, and they still throwing little ice and pennies and little lightweight shit. I dropped my pants. The girls go crazy, but the guys are not checking for this at all. They're not feeling me at all. And I throw a little something, something, something. So I did my part, got my little bows, got off the stage. As I was walking off the stage, something was pulling on right around my groin. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm walking, damn, what is this bite? Am I getting bit or what? I didn't know what it was. And I'm walking, and I kept walking, and I'm like, what the fuck? I kept feeling this pain right by my thigh. So I go to the dressing room, and I pulled my pants down. I didn't see nothing. At first, I didn't see anything. So I'm walking, put my pants back up, talking to my manager. I said, God damn, he said, what's wrong, man? I said, I don't know, boss. I said, man, something is biting the shit out of me. We went into the bathroom, and I pulled my pants down and lifted up my nuts, and there was this big-ass wad of bubble gum giving me a bazillion wax. Every time I'm walking, this motherfucker is snatching hair out of my goddamn thighs, man, and off my nuts. Nigga, that shit, boy. I went from being the biggest head nigga in DC to nigga with gum on his nuts in Virginia. True story.
I do remember that one. Now that you say that, I love that.
I had helicopters and limousines inside the arena. I'm waving and shit, man. I'm trying to autograph. My Jerry curl is blowing in. We got a helicopter in the parking lot waiting for us, man. A helicopter waiting for us in the parking lot. Dude, you know how big my head was? For a brother from Compton with a helicopter waiting on his ass? See, that's one thing I can say about when Swamp Dogg was our manager. Swamp Dogg did bullshit. Swamp Dogg had us in helicopters and chartered planes and shit, all kind of shit. He made sure, because I wanted to start doing 2 shows a night, because we was booking 3 shows a weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But sometimes we go on first, and we done at 8 o'clock. Oh shit, we done flew all the way to Louisiana, Mississippi, and you ever tried to back in the day be in Mississippi at 8 o'clock with nothing to do? Dude, ain't nothing on TV, ain't nowhere to go. You can't do shit till the next, but you can't wait till the next day is over with. Plus, you get back to the hotel, you still pumped up from the concert. And sometimes you'd be so far away from the arena, ain't nobody finding your ass in no hotel. I'm not fucking with that shit. So, Swamp Dogg started booking us other shows. We go first one place and close the next. And that's how the shit jumped off.
Nice. Speaking of planes, man, what's up with all these plane crashes, Lonzo?
When you find
another one today that we had?
Nah, I know about that.
Okay, well, you know about the 2 we had a couple of weeks ago, the one in DC, then we had the one in Philly. Well, today, within the past 24 hours, a plane outside of Toronto, Canada, came to a landing, exploded in flames on impact, wings everywhere, 80 people on the flight, each one of them. If you've seen this impact, Lonzo, you'd be surprised that anybody will walk away, but all 80 people survived. A bunch of people went to the hospital. Is this a coincidence? What's going on, man? Because I travel a lot, and I'm starting to get a little freaked out.
Dude, I gotta hop on a plane and go to Sacramento in a couple of weeks, man. Dude, when you got people, man, messing with you, when people just start taking people's jobs, it's already bad enough that being a air traffic controller is a very stressful job as it is. And you're worried about keeping your job, or you being overworked because they didn't fire so many other guys on your job, trying to prove something that nobody asked you to prove. Ain't nobody asked you to mess with all these damn government agencies, and especially the FAA. Do you realize at some point in time the FAA gonna say, hey, man, you fucking with our money, man. You can't do this no more. Okay? Because the airlines have stockholders. Stock is controlled by the Wall Street. When you start messing with the money, airline money, come on, man. They just not